My name's Jordan Hartman. I'm a junior at Murray State, and I've been fishing on the team this is my second semester.
And my name's Austin Butler. I'm also a junior, and this is my third year fishing for Murray. Yeah, we just got back from the UT Chattanooga championship on Lake Chickamauga in Tennessee, and
this is actually the second year that Austin and I have brought the trophy back to Murray, and it's the fourth year that Murray State as a team has brought the trophy back. So we'll try to keep that going next year. We'll go over a little bit about last year. Last year we won the tournament on the south end of the lake by Chester Frost. We were throwing whopper ploppers over submerged grass. So about the first half day of practice, me and Austin started up there, and we decided, this isn't going to work. So we loaded the boat up, went north, went to Dayton, put in, and started looking at some other things. There was a lot more grass on the north end than there was the south end. We couldn't find anything down there by Chester Frost and Harrison Bay.
Yeah, one of the first things we noticed was there were certain creek mouths that had big gizzards coming through them, and when we saw that bait, we knew there had to be some good ones around. So we really tried to grind it out in practice. We only had a few bites, and it was a pretty tough practice overall. We weren't sure how the tournament was going to go, but we were fortunate enough to catch a limit each day of practice.
So tournament morning, we knew we were going up towards Dayton, and it's kind of funny. We were going to start somewhere else, and like halfway through the drive, we're running 70 mile an hour. I reach over at Austin and say, we're going to the ditch. And, it's the one that we saw them gizzards at, and he said, yeah, let's do it.
Gave him the thumbs up. He showed up there.
We completely veered off from where we were going to start, and we pulled up, and I think within 3 casts, I caught a 3-pounder, and he followed it up with 2 or 3 spots, and we had a limit within 10 minutes. So it was a pretty good decision, heading up that way. So the first day of the tournament, we were fishing, they call them ditches. Like there's little creeks that run off the river up past Dayton, and there would be submerged grass clumps in those ditches, and that's what them fish were keying on. They'd ambush the bait out of those, and we'd actually use the Lowrance electronics to find them ditches and mark them so we can make key casts every time we were casting. We were in the right place. So
yeah, side scanning on that Lowrance played a big part in us being able to see those clumps and how far out we had to sit, and we were basically sitting in deeper water closer to the river channel and just throwing right up to the mouth. Primarily throwing swim baits, and we threw everything from a swim bait to a jerk bait and even a little bit of a spinner bait. And big shout out to tacklefreaks.com. They got the best deals on all the baits we were throwing, and they ship them to you real quick. So
the first day of the tournament, we weighed in like 12.5 pounds, and we were 3 pounds back. And I talked to Austin the night after, and we decided we were going to need a big bag to win it. So we went back up to Dayton the second day, and the big fish we caught actually came from where we saw the gizzard shed, and that fish came on this exact jerk bait right here to mega bass, and I don't know if I'd have felt that bite if it wasn't for this Dobbins 684 CB jerk bait rod. It's really light, you can throw it all day, and you don't get tired from throwing it. So
it was able to horse in a 9.5 pounder. No
9.5
problem
is
at all.
what that fish went. So if you're looking for a jerkbait rod, go get that. I also threw a swim bait that a couple keepers came on a Dobbins Sierra SA 734C. So that's a great rod for your moving baits too. Anyways, we ended the tournament with just over, 32 pounds?
Yep.
32 pounds.
Weighed in 20-30 on day 2.
Yeah. So
just basically grinding out the same spots. We ran up to a few new creek mouths we hadn't even fished before. We were basically looking for the ones that had the deeper water running through them, and luckily the wind played in our favor. It was blowing on day 1 into the creeks, so that blew all the grass and everything up towards the mouth, made it a lot better. And then on day 2, we also had really good wind blowing on them that seemed to get the shad busting and excited. And yeah, Jordan's swim baits, I know he got from Kentucky Lake Outdoors, and they were just eating it. I mean, down in the throat every single time. It was a bite like you couldn't believe.
Yep, guys, and if you need anything from Kentucky Lake Outdoors, get a hold of Kevin, and he'll take care of you. He's a great guy. He'll get it to you as fast as he can, and most of the time he'll help you out if it's possible. So get a hold of him if you need anything. Overall, it was a great tournament. I want to give a big shout out to Malone's Marine. They keep this Triton boat on the water all the time. If you're looking for a boat, give them a call. They'll hook you up.
Yeah, going along with Jordan, it was just a phenomenal tournament. That was our third time ever going to Lake Chickamauga, and it was incredible. Want to give a big shout out to Bag 5 Baits. They had some of our lures custom painted for us that made a key difference. And gosh, I want to go back to Chickamauga tomorrow. That's all I got to say.